What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today some more Guilty Gear Strive for y'all. So they have released some more developer matches of Guilty Gear Strive, and this looks like it's going to be the new version that we're going to get to play in the open beta. So basically, since the closed beta, it's not that we haven't gotten news really, we just haven't gotten to see like the game be played really. There was some exhibition matches back in like October of a couple of characters being played, and these new matches are really good because not only do we get to see a lot of characters that we haven't seen get played before, like Zotto and Giovanna, but also we get to see a lot of new moves and things that like people complained about in the beta, how they've changed. So for instance, it would be the user interface for sure, right? So a lot of people complained about it. My big complaints were that the profile picture and burst icon moving was pretty distracting, and the risk gauge was basically invisible. So watching this last night, I did think that it was still too small, but after like seeing a few games, I actually think it's fine, especially compared to before. And the risk gauge is so important in Guilty Gear in general, but also in this game. If you don't know what it is, it's like a guard gauge, so you won't get guard broken or anything if it fills up. You can just sit there. But if your guard gauge fills above 50%, everything becomes a counter hit, and the more your guard gauge is full, the more damage you take. So the game definitely encourages you to try things when you're blocking. Either push them out with faultless defense, or try to use your instant block, just block, right? To interrupt them somehow. You don't want to just sit there. So compared to the closed beta, it is much more visible, which is really, really nice. So here we have some Kai versus Nagoriyuki. So the first obvious change that Kai has is his stun edge looks way different. Likely so that we could see the shock state more clearly. He has a status effect he can apply to you when he makes you block certain moves. So it seems like this is a way bigger theme in the current game, where either the character applies something or they have some type of special state or thing that they're aiming for. Nagoriyuki, you see he has the blood meter that I actually don't know how it works yet. I'm gonna like actually take notes on the characters when I get to play the game next week. I think it's the beta next week. The game looks a little bit faster too, which is nice. I don't know if it's because of how they're playing the game or if they've changed certain things. Like in the closed beta, jumping was really strong, and the air dash, like I said, looked like sludge. Specifically, like Super Mario Sunshine was the quote I like to use. But I don't see, the game doesn't look like like fake fast, for lack of a better word, right? It looks a little bit smoother, a little bit faster. I wonder if it's because the anti-air, because like how it worked before was the anti-airs kind of sucked, so everyone was jumping all day and air dashing around all day, and you had to basically try to air versus air it. But now I don't know if they buffed the anti-airs, so like the people who are playing are discouraged from jumping so much or abusing the jump in slash air dash so much. That is still left for us to see next week. Now Goriyuki does a lot of damage mid-screen. That's kind of a big deal too. They still have like the dubstep counter hits, but I mean at this point, like it didn't actually bother me in motion ever. Like I always felt like those screenshots that people took were, I don't know, exaggerated, for a lack of a better word. One, yeah, it does look really big and obnoxious, but like when the game plays, it doesn't really look like that. It just happens and like disappears right away. As opposed to like if you're looking at a screenshot, that's it. That's all you got is that huge number on your screen and stuff. So here's Kai with another new move as well. He did not have this move in the beta. I can't really tell what it does at a glance, besides make the fireballs bigger. And it looks like it just lasts forever, too. It doesn't look like there's any type of gauge that's draining or any type of time limit from what I saw. I'm definitely going to be interested in like seeing what new things they've done to the game when the beta comes out next week. If you guys don't know too, there's offline for the very privileged few who have access to offline. Then you also have online, and there's training mode, and I think there's like another mode too on top of that. He has Activate too. I don't know what his activation does either. They added a lot of new characters to this game, so Guilty Gear tends to be legacy game. So if you played Guilty Gear for a long time, when new Guilty Gear games come out, you'll do, you know, you're gonna do pretty well. But they tend to balance this by adding new characters. So there's a bunch of new characters in this game. Some characters are coming back that haven't been here for a while. So like Anji is one of them. Here's Zotto actually getting to play, because that Axel kind of sauced him up, I'm not gonna lie. Zotto's mad stylish. I kind of like this Tim Burton energy he has going on. Versol doing his thing. Zotto looks really mobile. So characters like Zotto and Milia give me hope for the movement of the game. I mean, they gave me hope before, because the air dash still, even though it's faster looking, I still really don't like the delay that it has. I've heard someone mention that like they think that they added that because of rollback. Because actually, if you play ACR, there is a kind of small issue with double jumps, and I wanna say, I don't want to say air dash, but definitely double jump, 0 frame movement, right? So having that delay on the air dash will help the rollback a little bit, is what I heard. I don't actually know if that's true. I've heard multiple people say that type of theory. But characters like Milia and Zotto, the way they move in the air, give me hope for the movement that's not going to be so homogeneous, which is really, really nice. The Zotto flight in particular looks really strong. There he goes, break the guard, no combo though. To my knowledge, all the techs are the same. You just kind of roll backwards. I think when you break the wall of a super, it's different, but of course it's a new version of the game, so I'm going to try to not use closed beta knowledge. Zotto has a bunch of new moves, it seems like, too. Like, new shadow moves. Like, he didn't have... Well, I shouldn't say he didn't have that whale move. He might have... I felt like that was a super. That used to be a super. Now they made it a normal move. I feel like Zotto... Ooh, the mix. The overhead mix. I feel like Zotto, too, is, like, one of the enemies for them. Like, they're like, oh, we don't want knockdown to be so strong and stuff. And then, like, hey, look, guys, it's Zotto. But also, he does have, like, a pretty strong emphasis on neutral. Usually, he can't knock down. I've been thinking about this a lot. Usually, his weakness is that he's bad at knocking down. If you watch, like, classic GG, like, his big combos tend to end with air hits where he throws you away. But the air combo hits in this game all tend to send them to the ground. So, isn't that, like, a good thing for Zotto? I'm kind of curious. He has kind of like Bedman style movement now. Nice little trade. He's a really interesting character. I don't know, I'm not like a Zotto player in my heart, but like he's like the first character that looks cool to me. That doesn't like animate. He's not like just throwing himself at you and stuff. I don't tend to like those type of characters that much unless they have like some aesthetic thing I like. Yeah, that used to be a super. I'm sure I'm pretty sure that was a super before. Yeah, look, he can air dash and then like alter his movement with flight. Like that looks so good compared to like the normal air dash. Nice. Before someone asks, that's obviously not an unblockable. They make it hard. There are unblockables in Guilty Gear, but they do try to make it hard. That's the dust. But then he had the shadow to protect him. I was about to say, he's kind of in there. Just confirmed though. This is the new Soul Super. These dev matches are staged, trust. Okay, but that's it for this set. So the games are actually way faster than I thought they were going to be. That's definitely like a big thing. I'm not like really like analyzing specific things, trying to look at frames. I was just like watching the matches. They've released some more matches as well, so I will, if I don't go over them on YouTube, I'll probably go over them on my stream. And of course the beta is next week, so look forward to that. As usual, if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.